if this is my jar, then what the fuck did I just dab? And I look, and I just put the jar down. So disappointed in myself for being so fucking careless. What's up, YouTube? DopeAsYola here. Hope you had a dope-ass day. Welcome back to story time, guys. Today's story time, one of my favorites. This is Hard Drug Confessions Part 2. I know we've been doing a lot of Part 2s lately, but motherfucker, a lot of shit happens in my life that I have to tell you guys. A story time first. This story is from last Friday. This happened 1 fucking week ago, and as it happened, I go, well, I got next week's story time, I guess, because this is some bullshit. Before I start, guys, let me just talk real quick. Everybody's talking about it. We should be safe. This virus shit that's going around, wash your fucking hands. Be safe. If you have older people in your family, think about them. Be cautious, be safe. Now you really don't have to share your weed with anybody. I mean, I know it's kind of fucked up, but it's like, nah, bro, virus. Use your own fucking bong. All right, guys, like always, let's get started with this joint. Today is gelato and ChemDog. There's no OG. I don't know where the fuck it's at. Hopefully a couple more days I'll get some more weed, but right now, gelato and ChemDog, let's go. Real quick, guys, does it look a little different? New house. Fucking moved yesterday. New spot. Moving vlog coming next week. By the way, I know everybody wants the house tour and shit. I got you on that. But yeah, new vlog, new studio, new room. Let's get it. We're all adults. We all have friends that do drugs. I personally don't do drugs anymore. I never slipped lean. I don't do coke anymore. I have friends that do coke. I mean, do your thing. Fuck it. You want to take some dabs after? All right then. See, like, do your thing. I don't judge you just because you do drugs. I used to do drugs too. If you're a good person, you're a nice person, you do drugs, you just do drugs. There's no difference to me. So I have a friend that likes coke. I mean, he's not a coke head. So last Friday, I picked this guy up from the airport, right? Pick him up. We're hanging out. We go get some weed. We're dabbing. I'm packing because, like I said, we just moved. So I'm packing my house up. We're dabbing, smoking joints, smoking bowls. So we're just chilling, right? It's Friday night. I'm dabbing. I got some fucking GMO hash, and I have another jar, 2 identical 1/8 jars, except one is almost completely empty, and the other one only has 1 fat dab left. So imagine, almost empty jar and a completely empty jar with just like crumbs. For those of you that smoke hash, you know, like when you're down to the last of your hash and that shit gets really dry and it starts to crumble into powder, we're hanging out. My friend has his coke in a little bag and he's like, bro, where do I put this? I'm like, in another bag, man? He goes, no, let me get that jar. There's rosin crumbs in there, be careful. He goes, I don't give a fuck, it's in a bag. I hand him an empty jar and I have my jar with 1 dab in it, right? He puts his coke in there. Cool. About 8:30 at night comes along, guys. I actually just got off Instagram Live. We're just chilling. It's a regular day. So I go to the bathroom. I come back. I look at my jar. I'm like, these motherfuckers smoke my hash. You fucks. They took the last glob of my GMO. I'm like, fuck. So I bust out another jar of something else. I get it. It's all wet still because it's a new jar. I scrape some hash up. Then I look in the jar that is empty. So I'm like, you know what? Let me scrape all the white powder that's left, like all the rosin, you know, like scrape my jar out before I throw that bitch away. I'm scraping all the hash. I'm scraping all the white powder off. I'm scraping it, a wet dab, and I just cake all the powder, you know, like getting a fat dab ready. It's wet and it's just covered in cake, covered in powder and flakes because all the dry rosin I just scraped. So I get my dab, I heat it up, dunk my dab in the nail, and I cap it. As soon as I put my cap on, I start, and I have the directional cap with 2 holes, so I hit the top, so I clear my first hit, and as soon as I go, I just start feeling like a burn behind my nose and eye, like in my eye cavity. I just start feeling like, you know, like when you open a soda and that fizz, that's what I feel like in my head, like, and I just go, I cough it out, and I go, nope. Something's wrong with this dab. And I look at Rosie and go, nah, something's wrong with that shit. I think someone left alcohol in the mouthpiece. You know, I tasted something bad. I'm like, oh, someone left alcohol. Maybe there was alcohol in my dabs. Maybe there was alcohol on the dabber. If someone leaves some alcohol in the nail, you taste that shit. So I go, oh my God. And I put the rig down and I just start like, my head starts getting a little rush. I'm like, damn, that shit got me high hella fast. I didn't even kill the whole dab. Remember, I only capped it once and just went, I'm like, whoa, man, my head, what the fuck? So I'm cleaning the nail out, and I'm like, ugh, my head, what's that taste? I got like the taste in the back of my tongue and my nose. I'm like, what is that chemical? Why does it taste like that? I look and I'm like, oh my fucking God. I'm cleaning my nail. I reach over, this is my jar. I look in the bottom, there's a fat dab in it. I'm like, if this is my jar, then what the fuck did I just dab? And I look, and I just put the jar down. So disappointed in myself for being so fucking careless. Remember, these two jars are identical. Same strain, same company, same size, everything. So when I saw it empty, I'm like, you guys smoked my hash. They didn't smoke my hash. My hash was right here. This was the jar that had his coke in it over here. I scraped that jar clean with other hash. So when I scraped it clean, guys, I scraped all that fool's coke. All the coke and rosin mixed together at the bottom. This is not a joke. I smelled that color crown burning plastic smell. Burning color crowns, burning plastic from Hard Drug Confessions 1. You guys remember that. If you haven't seen it, go watch that shit. And when I realized, I go, hey! And my homie goes, what's up? I go, I'm gonna fucking kick you in the chest. He goes, what? What? I go, I'm gonna drop kick you so hard. And he comes around the corner, what? What'd I do? Go, is this your jar of coke full? He goes, yeah. I go, all right, just wanted to make sure. And he goes, what? I just dabbed all of it. And he looks at me and he literally looked like he was gonna cry. I won't put him on blast and say what his name is. My homie, me and him are very tight, and he knows I don't do coke no more. He knows. The reason I don't do coke anymore is I don't want to die. I'm too fucking fat to be doing hard drugs like Chris Farley. He was way too big to be doing drugs, and he did them, and he died. Right when he was getting to doing what he was doing, I'm not gonna let that shit happen to me. So I do not do coke anymore. Oh, bro, calm down. It's okay. It's okay. He's just like, I can see like the guilt just change his whole mood. Every 5 seconds, I'm fucking sorry, bro. I'm so sorry. I'm like, dude, it's okay. Calm down. I'm not mad at you. My fault for not checking the jar. Dried up hash looks just like coke, if you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Fish scale. Looks just like fish scale. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. If you ever smoke coke, you know exactly what the fuck I'm about to talk about. I started getting I got like the head rush of like, and I haven't felt this, guy, since I was 21 years. I haven't done drugs in so damn long. In my head, I'm tripping a little bit. I'm tripping because I know I'm overweight. I'm like, nah, bro, what did you just smoke? Make it past this 2 hours. Let's see how you feel. If I start feeling weird, I'm going to the fucking hospital. Because you know what I mean? Like, I'm starting to think like an adult now. Like, bro, you know how much coke you just dabbed? Not even smoked. When I smoked it on weed. Imagine dabbing it on hot with 2 fucking pearls. Come on, man. Like, that shit burned it all. So it's about 15 minutes after, and everybody's laughing. My homie's just sitting there like every 5 seconds. I'm so sorry, bro. I'm so sorry. We're about to go to our homie's house. We're just about to leave. I was just taking dabs. Before we left. Wow, I haven't felt this in so long. It was like a very nostalgic feeling. I haven't been on one in so fucking long. Imagine me, high-ass me, just on one hard as fuck. Last week, I was fucked up. I'm in the bathroom. I'm getting ready, and I got nervous. I looked in the mirror, and I just felt this going a little too fast, and I was like, I tried to calm it. All right, man, you're fine. You got homies here. If you go to the hospital, You're all right. We're going to our friends. We're going to take some dabs. We'll laugh about this next week. We'll be on story time. I'm trying to convince myself about this moment. Like, don't worry, you'll be talking about it. It'll be fine. You're not going to die. %, cocaine free. So everybody's taking their last minute dabs before we go to our homies. My friend's still just sitting there looking down, like, I'm sorry. And then I'm sitting there in my head trying to contain it, trying not to let nobody know. Fucking on one. And my friend looks at me and goes, man, these things really do happen to you, huh? On accident. You didn't even try to do it and you fucking smoke coke. And I'm trying to tell you guys, hard drug confessions is a real thing. These things happen to people every fucking day. So we go to our homie's house. There's like 8 of our homies there. I tell them all the story. Everybody dies laughing, which you should. I mean, it's dangerous, but it's pretty funny. It's pretty fucking funny. Like, Thomas. Okay, guys, I know I said 1 story a week, but real quick bonus, a little quick story. Story number 2 in Hard Drug Confessions 1. One of my favorite story times. Click that right there. Hard Drug Confessions 1's at 1.2 million. That's fucking badass, thank you. Meth, crack, PCP, I've done them all by accident. I never willingly did them. I'm gonna take it back. One time I did. I did meth one time, and I never talked about it. Only person I really knows is one of my homies and Rosie. And I feel like I can talk about it now, and I want to talk about it, and here's why. So for those of you that have been with me for a minute, watch story time, you know my best friend when I was a kid, from 10th grade to like 20 years old, my best friend ever was Joe. Joe lives outside. Joe is a complete drug addict, lives outside, no helping him. He doesn't want help. He's a drug addict. He lives by the bridge. All that type of shit. It's very sad. Nothing more I can do. And you guys have heard me talk about my homie Nick. Nick, I have a lot of stories, but I just haven't really talked about him yet. Nick died probably 2 years ago. And it's just, I don't know, it's kind of hard to talk about it. It's very like, it's kind of hard for me to like keep my composure while talking about these things. Nick was my best homie from all 9th grade. He moved to 10th grade. He moved away, but he still came. We were friends. We hung out all the time when he came back into town. I met Joe 10th grade. I knew who Joe was, but I didn't hang out with him. 10th grade, we started chilling, and that's when all the story times, like getting caught, close calls, the first ones, that's all those shit. That was when me and Joe first met. We got into some shit. We're at Joe's house, Tenacious D DVD case. We're watching Tenacious D. I think it was 11th or 12th grade. Nighttime. Joe's mom was in Santa Cruz because she always went to Santa Cruz, like I said. Me and Joe probably had like 3 grams. But to some kids, 3 grams was a pretty good amount of coke. Every time we would get coke, Nick would get meth. And he would always be like, you guys are stupid. It's hella expensive. This shit gets you up way, way more. And I'm like, yeah, but it's meth, motherfucker. It's meth. Listen to what I'm saying. Hey, I just smoked some meth. Like, hey, you want to do some lines? Yeah, it sounds like a party. Do some meth sounds like a fucking change of your life. We were in Joe's mom's office and we're crushing up lines. And I remember we had almost like 2 bumps left. And I look at Joe like, that's it. Fuck, it's like 11, bro. Nick is right there and he goes, I got some meth, bro. I'll crush you up a little bit of Chris. So he would say, I'll crush you up a little bit of this Chris. It'd be just fine. If you guys want it, it's right here. I remember Joe looks at me and I look at him like, oh, I'm good. And Joe looks at me like, come on, man, do it with me. I want to do one, but I'm only going to do it if you do it. I go, I don't want to do it. No. He goes, come on. I'm like, oh, fuck you. All right. And I'll never forget, Joe's has the fucking dollar bill. He's looking at me. I'm right here. The desk is right here. He's looking at me. He goes, never tell nobody. And I look at him. I go, I don't want to tell anybody about this. What the fuck? And he looks at me and he goes, all right, cool. Then everybody went, and I look at him like, ow, are you okay? And he goes, oh my God, that hurt. And Nick's looking at me, all big fucking teeth ass Nick, big ass face. He's looking at me like, Thomas, is it gonna finally do some of this with me? So I have the dollar bill. Nick's smiling. Joe's looking at me like this, like holding his nose. All right, fuck. It looks like crushed up ice when you just get a piece of ice and crush it. I hit it, and as I hit it, I can instantly feel how much it hurts. Ready? Do this. And poke yourself in the eye for like 10 seconds. That's what it felt like. But the whole side of my head. And I remember just looking at Nick like, ah! And he goes, how's that feel? I go, fuck you! And I remember feeling like it was just raw. My whole nose was raw. 30 minutes goes by, and I'm like, I just feel kind of awake, but what the fuck? The only time I smoked it, that shit fucked me up. But snorting it, I don't know why. It really didn't do much. For everyone out there that does meth or knows someone that does meth, show them this piece of this video. Remember being 10 years old, going to school, and you see the fools that are on meth, and you're like, damn, that fool's fucked up. That's sad. That's you now. We can see that you're on one. Do you want to be that guy? No, you don't. So knock it the fuck off. All right, guys, that was it. Hard Drug Confessions Part 2. A little bonus story. Nick, Joe, love you guys, but I had to talk about it. I just thought it was time. This has been a long time, guys. We're a lot older, so I don't know. Fun story. One I thought I would take to the grave. That is out. Before you guys get out of here, do me a favor. Leave a like on the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and like I said, leave a comment. What's the next story time you want to see? Leave some topics. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Hard Drug Confessions Part 2. Guys, PSA, be safe out there. I can't believe that fucking shit happened to me. I know. All right, guys, until next time, thank you so much for watching. I'm DopeAsYola. Have a dope-ass day.